in here.
And the bass keeps running, running, and 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 running, running, and
in this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose our inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's pulling me out. You wouldn't believe how we wow. We burn it till it's burned out, turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Lose control, a body and soul. Don't move too fast, people just take it slow. Don't get ahead, just jump into it. Y'all hear about it? The P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it. Yo, everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah.
running, running, and running, running.
Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. And while I get it. Let's get it. And while I get it. Let's get it. And
Let's get ill, that's the deal. Applicator will bring the bugged out drills. Lose your mind, this is the time. You can't stand still, twist and bang your spine. Bob your head like me, Apple D. Up inside your club or in your Bentley. Get messy, loud and sick. Your mind fast, no more on another head trip. So come them now, do not correct it. Let's get ignorant, let's get hectic.
everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Well, hello and welcome everybody. I just want to check in and say, is that your typical opening to a webinar? Probably not. I want to welcome all of you who are first timers here to the Ultimate Game of Life. And we do things a little differently here. We like to have fun. We like to do dance and energy breaks. We like to do interactions. So I want to start off and find out how many of you on are brand new. This is your first 21-day challenge. You've never done one of these before. And you're like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? All right, so Brian is first time here in the 21-day challenge. Who else has not taken the 21-day challenge? Jodine, Bonnie, Annie, who else? First time taking the 21-day. Dean, perfect. And I know some of you guys, Dean and some of the rest of you guys, you've been in other programs, but you haven't done the 21-day challenge. So I want to welcome you. Jill, welcome to the 21-day challenge. Awesome. Well, let's get rocking and rolling. I want to, number one, congratulate you guys because the next 21 days is going to be awesome. As you probably already know, we're going to choose one goal, take one action a day, and create massive momentum in your life. And you are now what we call a tugger. And that TUG, by the way, stands for the ultimate game. So if you hear that acronym, you won't think it's something weird. You'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm in the TUG community. Well, we're a community of like-minded individuals who are focused on what we think is the most important game of all, the game of life, right? You're here, you're on the planet, and you have a purpose, you have a vision, a mission, you have you. And many people have gone through life not really understanding how can they play at their fullest potential. Well, our mission is to inspire happiness, health, and wealth worldwide. And the way that we do that is, yeah, we have great content and we have experiences and things like that. But more importantly, the way that we do this is we help people just like you take action and get results. As a matter of fact, we got over 14, well, now it's 15,000 players in 45 countries that have played some level of the game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This is actually level 1 for many people. But before we do that, I want to find out, where are you guys dialing in from or calling in from? So go ahead and type in right now, and let's see, where are you guys calling in from for this live 21 day. So we've got Tracy from Lubbock. Oh, we're cranking. I'm gonna expand this a little. Hold on one sec, just for a second here. All right. Where are you guys calling in from? Lubbock, Texas, Tennessee, Ventura, California, Tallahassee, Florida, Rimrock, Arizona. We got Matt in Australia, Jill in Solana Beach, Dean in New Jersey, Bonnie in Calabasas, Sam in Barstow. All right, where else? Brian in San Diego, Elizabeth in Columbus, Jessica in Chico, Charlene in Phoenix, Chris in New Hampshire, Innie in Temple City, Brian in Phoenix, and Eileen in LA. All right, you guys. So we've got people from all over the place, which I think is just fantastic. What a great diversity, and a great way for you to meet people from all across the world that you can now connect with and hold each other accountable to living a higher level of game. So let's talk a little bit about, how do you set yourself up to win? If this is your first time being on these webinars, there's a couple of key things you can do. Number one, give yourself a gift of being focused and present during these webinars. In other words, turn off Skype, turn off the emails, turn off any distractions. I'll give you a chance to do that right now, because this next 52 minutes could shift the direction of your life forever. You know, every single person who's had a massive change in their life, they've had one thing in common. They made a decision. They made a decision that something they wanted in their life was worth more than what they were getting. And I hope for many of you, that's what you use this 21 days for, is to make a decision to choose ultimate health. Or make a decision that for once and for all, you're going to choose being wealthy. Or make a decision once and for all that no matter what shows up, no matter what the universe throws at you, you're going to be happy for the rest of your life. If you made a decision like that, how many of you feel that that would direct the rest of your life? In other words, one decision to be happy, one decision to be healthy, one decision to be wealthy could change the course of the rest of your life. Say aye. Give me a heads up. I want to make sure I'm talking to the right group here. Okay, so David, Brian, Jill, Carol, Jess, every single one of you, right? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to simply make a decision. And if you look at the word decision, it comes from the Latin root decise, which means to cut off. So when you think about decisions, it means to cut off any other options other than success. And that's what we're going to do. So that's number one. Give yourself the gift of being focused and present. Remove the distractions. Okay, cut them off for the next 51 minutes. Number two, set aside time for the game. You know, we all have the same amount of time every day, and you're either investing that in things that are creating happiness, health, and wealth, or you're investing that time in things that are making you unhappy, sick, and broke. In the next 21 days, you're going to develop the habits of a happy, healthy, and wealthy person. That's why we're here. Okay, so I would plan on investing approximately 7 to 10 minutes a day, and about 1 to 2 hours a week. The 1 to 2 hours, by the way, are for these live interactive training camps and for the coaching gyms, all right, or anything else that you decide you want to do to invest in yourself. So out of all the hours of the week, you know, you got 24 hours in the day, I'm asking you to invest 7 to 10 minutes every day, and then once or twice a week, 1 to 2 hours, 60 minutes. How many of you feel like no matter how much you have going on, it's worth it for you to invest 7 to 10 minutes a day to change the course of your life forever? All right, David says, I do. And I know some of these questions are like, duh, right? But we're getting to the really good questions by getting through the duh questions, because I need to make sure that your subconscious and your conscious is bought into where we're headed. The third piece is come prepared. Now, in a moment, I'm going to share with you what we call our scorecards for the 21 day. And the scorecards for the 21 day challenge, which is called level 1 in our program, is different than level 2 and 3 and 4. So every level is different. You're in level 1, the 21 day challenge. This is all about creating laser beam focus and developing a habit or reaching one goal. Okay, so we've got a scorecard, which is a 21 day calendar that you're going to track your ability to take action every day. That's what we're here for. Okay. You're also going to get some materials at the end of each of these webinars. So there's a lot of content that's going to come your way. You're welcome to take notes if you want, or just be present and know that you're going to get something that you can print out or save to your computer if you're eco-conscious, which I encourage you to be. And that'll be a recap of the major points that are on today's webinar. Okay, so you can be fully present, fully engaged, and interact with me the whole way. Okay. And then bring your success stories. One of the most important things that adds fuel and energy to everybody's game, including mine, is for you guys to come back day in and day out, week in and week out, and share your wins, share your breakthroughs, share the things that you never thought were going to happen, but you're blown away that they did. Okay? And every once in a while, you may be sharing some challenges or struggles you're having so that we can help you get through those in the next 21 days. Okay, so your success stories are very important for the success of me and everybody in the program because it helps us fuel each other to another level of success. So any comments or questions on how to show up so far in the game? Or are you guys crystal clear? Give me a heads up and let me know if you're tracking where we're at. All right, Dean's clear. David, Fran, good to go. All right, let's rock and roll. And by the way, the pace is going to get faster and faster. So I'm going to talk faster. You need to listen faster so we can maximize our time together. And by the way, we will be taking energy breaks to allow your mind a chance to rest and process, to allow your body to get up and have energy. So have fun, stand up, dance, just like we were in a live event. And that way you integrate the materials that we're teaching, okay? The other piece is participate. Now, you guys are already doing fantastic. You're typing in the chat box. We're also going to ask you to participate in the Facebook groups and in the laser coaching gyms. These are opportunities for you to connect, to collaborate, and to raise your level of the game. We want to hear from you. We need feedback to know how to make sure we give you the best experience you can. So while you're showing up and sharing your wins and your challenges, we're constantly fine-tuning and tweaking your experience to make sure you reach your goals. All right. The last piece here is, this is really important. We want to create a safe, inspiring, oxygen-rich environment for everybody. Now, when we talk about oxygen-rich, I have a question for you guys. If I were to take you out into the desert today, in a smoking hot Sahara desert, how long could you go without, say, food in the desert? How long do you think you could go without food? Okay. 20 days, 21 days, a couple of weeks, right? How long could you go without water? Okay, a couple of days in the desert without water. How long could you go without oxygen? Yeah, a couple of minutes, right? So which is more important, food, water, or oxygen for our survival? It's a no-brainer, right? It's oxygen. But here's the challenge. How many of you know people whose lives are really busy? They may even be successful in certain areas of their life, but they are starving for an oxygen-rich environment that feeds their soul. They're starving for people that are positive, that uplift them, that challenge them to step up no matter where they are and play a bigger game. Do you see that out in the world? Do you see that we're surrounded by media that's negative? Do you see that we're surrounded by people that are focused on what's not going to work in our world instead of the abundance that's there? Instead of focusing on the things we want to shift and change, they're looking at the problems. So we here at The Ultimate Game want this to be an oxygen-rich environment. I want you to be able to come in and plug into this environment and know that you're going to show up and you're going to find people that are having fun. You're going to show up and find people that are reaching new goals. You're going to find people that are sharing positive things that are happening in their life. Why? Well, let me ask you guys, why is it important for you to have a place that you can plug into that's an oxygen-rich environment, that's safe, that's inspiring, that challenges you to level up your game? Why is that important for you? I'm curious. You guys tell me. Why is that important? And truly think. Sam says it feeds your soul. Absolutely. I mean, nothing's worse than seeing a body walking around with no soul in it, no energy, no inspiration, right? Gives you a place that you can grow. Absolutely, David. What else? Come on, you guys. Why is it important for you to have a place that you can plug into? Let me hear from all of you guys. Let me hear from Bonnie, right? Because I can see who's on the webinar. So, and I'm going to open this up a little. Brian, Carol, Charlene, Christina, all of you guys, type it in. Dean, Eileen, Fran, all of you guys, Margaret, Pastor, Tracy, tell me, why is it important for you to have a positive, inspiring place to plug into? Okay. Yeah, it's a community. Like-minded, rising tide raises all ships. Absolutely. Okay. Accountability and escape from the toxic environments that are by default out there. Yeah. Growth and inspiration. All right. Perfect. So all of these are true. And who's responsible, by the way, for creating that environment? Who's responsible for creating that? Yeah, you guys. So part of our agreement is that we're going to show up here and we're going to hold each other to a higher standard of positivity. All right. So as many of you know, my name is Jim Bunch, and my goal here is to create as much value as possible as quickly as possible. So instead of me telling you all about me and the businesses and all this kind of stuff we've done, I'm going to skip that step and we're going to get right into today's lesson. So all those in favor of diving in, say aye. Okay, perfect. Now, the first thing, especially for those of you guys who are new, is for every one of the levels in our program, we have what's called a Keys to Winning guide. So you guys should have gotten an email from Support at the Ultimate Game of Life. If for some reason you didn't, there's the hyperlink right there. You can click it in the chat, and that'll give you the Keys to Winning. Now, I'm going to go over this quickly because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'd rather invest our time in the things that make the biggest difference. But this is a guide that's going to help you, especially for those of you who are more digital and you like to read and just have that foundation. This is a guide that's just simply going to help you understand exactly what to do. All right. And by the way, Jessica, who just said, haha, you beat me to it. She's a new team member here at the Ultimate Game of Life. She will be your support person to champion you throughout the game, to connect with you on Facebook, to help train you how to show up in this environment and to know where to get your resources and things like that. All right. So if you look at the first page, it's a welcome letter from me. It just talks a little bit about coaching and it talks about leveling up your life. Feel free to read that at your leisure. The next thing is a getting started checklist. Okay. The next page. And there's two things in here you want to be aware of. Number one, a username, and number two, a password. This username and password, and I just noticed we need a URL on here. Yeah, that should have the URL, by the way, is theultimategameoflife.com. So make a note, Jess, if you don't mind, make a note that we need to put the URL in here by the username and password, but the URL is theultimategameoflife.com. And in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see player login. So you will have your own back office where you can download other tools and resources like this. Okay, so you may want to just handwrite that in there along with the username and password that you got in your email. Now, before you email support at theultimategameoflife.com and ask them, you know, hey, I didn't get my username and password, can you resend it? Do me a favor. Look in your spam filters, search in your email for Jim Bunch or the Ultimate Game of Life or support at the Ultimate Game of Life, any of those, and it'll pull up your email. It may have gotten stuck in spam. You'll have to whitelist us or white label us in order so that you can get more of our emails. All right. We are going to start to train you how to show up in this community. And one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to train you to be lazy. We want to train you to take responsibility and start to connect to this community. So we're happy to help you in the beginning, but you'll see that we'll wean you off of that very quickly. Okay. But you can put that in there, and then you'll see a dashboard, and we'll walk you through that in the future, how to get in there and find all the stuff you need in your dashboard, okay? The last piece on here, step number 4, is you want to bookmark www.tugwebinar.com, because that's where our next, well, this webinar and the next 3 webinars are going to be hosted at tugwebinar.com, just like you got here, okay? So that's it for there. Player access information, all that stuff is in here. You can download a mobile app and you can log in. You'll see the webinar ID on there. Okay, so what else is on this? Tug webinar, the dates, the times, the billing and support down at the bottom. So all of that information that you need, the technical stuff is in there. You'll also see training call schedule. So just write down when is our lesson 1, 2, 3, and our victory lap. So lesson 1 is jumpstart your life. Lesson 2 is create laser beam focus. Lesson 3 is the 9 environments of you. Right. So write the dates and the times. They're 5 o'clock Pacific. Make sure that you're there. Put them in your calendar. And I just put a link to tugwebinar.com into my calendar. When it pops up, I click on it and boom, I'm here. It's that simple. Okay. There's also 2 laser coaching gyms. And for those of you who are brand new, what laser coaching gyms are is we'll actually bring you guys up on video and audio, and we'll coach you through whatever challenges you're having, or maybe you're just there to share some of the wins and breakthroughs you're having. But it's really powerful for the people who are getting coached, and oftentimes just as powerful, if not more powerful, for those of you who are watching somebody get coached. Because oftentimes the issues that they're having are the ones that you've been having but have been afraid to ask. All right? So any questions about any of the logistics or any of that? I'm not going to go into this other piece yet, but any questions about that? Or are you guys clear and ready to move forward from there? Any comments, any questions? For some of you guys who've been around, this is crystal clear, no big deal, nothing new here. For some of you who are new, you may, all right, you're good to go. Okay, cool. If you have other questions, just keep typing them in and we'll rock and roll. Now, let's talk about our objectives. We always show up with objectives on the webinar. It took a little more time in the beginning to walk you through some of those logistics, but here's the 3 things that we want to accomplish in the next 48 minutes. Is it 48? 38 minutes. Okay, number 1 is choose one inspiring goal or project to complete or a habit to create. Now, there's a difference between a goal, a project, and a habit. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But you want to choose something that's going to inspire you, something that every day is going to wake you up and make you happy that you're taking action towards that. That's more important. All right, that the goal actually inspires you, that it adds energy to you. Step number 2 is we're going to craft a winning strategy. So I've got a goal. Now I need to have strategies or steps to get there. And this does not have to be rocket science. This can be really simple because you're only taking one action a day. So if your goal, and actually I'm not going to give you examples. We'll give you examples in a little bit. But step 1 is choose an inspiring goal. Step 2, craft a winning strategy. Step 3, learn how to leverage all the environments that we've put in place to keep you on track. By nature, if you're setting a goal you've never achieved before, right, or one that you've been wanting to do but you've been resisting doing, by nature, you are going to trip yourself up, right? Because you're currently in the habit of not doing that goal. So if your goal is to eat organic food and you've been eating unhealthy, then you may make it a week, you may make it 2 weeks just by force and willpower alone. But eventually what's going to happen is your old patterns and habits are going to show up. That's why we need environments to help you stay strong, environments to inspire you, and to check in every day and know that you've got a place where you can champion your wins and continue to move ahead. Now, the reason I mention this is when these things show up, you're going to find that this game is a giant mirror for how you do life. So if you choose a goal to become wealthy, let's say you're working on your wealth strategy for the next 21 days, and your goal is to create more cash. Maybe you have your own business, or maybe you're in sales or something like that. And you say, every day, I'm going to make one action a day to create more cash. And maybe that is to call somebody that I've been, to do my follow-up calls. Or maybe it's to call somebody to do joint ventures with. Or maybe it's to call somebody to do a sale with, or something like that. I'm just giving examples. If that's the case, what's going to happen is you're going to start making those calls. And maybe in the first day, 3rd day, 10th day, 15th day, whatever, you're going to start to notice whether you are or aren't taking the actions you need to succeed. The reason we say the game is a giant mirror is that how you do this game is how you do life. We're doing this game to help you start to understand that you can design the game of life to be one where you experience happiness, health, and wealth, or you've designed the game to be one that's unhappy, sick, and broke. So what's going to happen is we're going to get to see how you show up. We're going to get to see your thoughts. We're going to get to see your feelings. We're going to get to see your actions. And that, my friends, is going to help you start to become aware of the changes you need to make. So how many of you are starting to get this sense that, wow, this game is more than just a game. This game is a reflection of my life. And now, instead of playing like an amateur, I get to play like a pro. You guys starting to get it? That's why we're here. We're here to train and condition and develop you to being a pro at the game of life. Yeah, it's serious, but it's serious fun, you guys. And I'm playing this process. Our team's playing this process. You guys are playing this process. And every 21 days, together, we're going to learn how to master the next step. So, as David said, let's get it rocking and rolling. Now, there's 4 levels to the game. And I'm only going to mention this briefly because it doesn't come into play here as much as it does the next level. But there are 4 levels that people show up in the game. They show up in repair and recovery, meaning they've got something to deal with like debt, or maybe they've got sickness, or maybe they've got unhealthy relationships, or too much clutter, or not enough time, right? They're in what we call survival or repair and recovery. That's totally fine. If you're in repair and recovery, and that's what you want to focus on, maybe you've got debt, or maybe you've got, unhealthy eating habits, whatever it is, no big deal. We've all had issues like that, right? What your goal is to simply work on going to the next level. All right, so if you're in repair and recovery, you want to go to foundation. Foundation is all about habits. Foundation is about building something solid. So you want to create the habits of the wealthy, the habits of the healthy, and the habits of the happy. It's that simple. Foundation isn't the fun, cool, sexy stuff. It's where work is, but it's also where you start getting the results. All right. Now, if you're at foundation already and life's kind of good and you got some good habits, you want to go to the next level, which is reserves. And reserves is where you start feeling success, abundance. You have more time, more energy, more of everything. You start to feel that law of attraction and that momentum. And then the 4th level is called mastery or enlightenment. And the feeling is called fulfillment. So if you're already successful, but maybe you're not feeling like you're contributing as much, or maybe you're just not feeling that same juice, you're probably working on mastery in life. And that's what we want to do, is take you from level 3 to level 4. Now, that may or may not happen in 21 days. But in the 21 days, we can build the proper habits to help you get to that next level. Okay? Everybody understand the concept that players come in at these different levels, level 1, 2, 3, or 4 in their wealth, health, and happiness? Everybody kind of understand that concept? It's pretty straightforward. And can most of you see how you would have been at one of those places or the other? Awesome. I got to stay hydrated here. Okay, perfect. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you are already clear on your goal for the next 21 days and you know why you're in this program? All right, I'd love to hear right now, why are you here? What's your why? Okay, and by the way, the why is the energy behind the goal. It's the real reason why. So if you say, hey, I'm here because I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, well then your goal is to lose 10 pounds, but why? Why do you really want to? And this is where you get honest. You say, you know what? The reason is because right now I don't feel sexy. I don't feel attractive. I'm tired of being alone. Or maybe your why is, I'm just tired of having the conversation with myself day in and day out of, hey, why are you eating junk food? Okay, maybe for some of you, yeah, I want to find more happiness. Okay, like, yeah, I'm successful, but I'm not sure I'm feeling charged in life. So maybe you want to discover your values and live those over the next 21 days, right? Sam is saying to continue the journey towards health and weight release of 4 or more pounds. So Sam, let's make that your 21-day goal is that you're going to release 4 to 5 pounds, okay? And you know what actions you need to take in order to do that, right? Tracy's saying, I want to create a morning routine that incorporates. All right, no, Sam, I actually almost let you slip off. Why is that important to you? So that's what you're going to do, but why is it important for you to reach that goal? Okay, so Tracy, you're saying you want to be more successful. Yeah, and Brian, so you're saying to create better finances in order to have the money to do more fun things and eventually create financial freedom. I'm going to ask you, Brian, to go a little deeper, because in the conversation I had with you, I think there's a part of you that wants to experience wealth that maybe you haven't before, or part of you that's tired of experiencing the old behaviors that you had. I want you to get to the emotional level. the more emotional this is for you guys, the more likely you are to succeed. Okay? The more emotional, the more likely you are to exceed. All right, you start a new business and you're ready for a financial breakthrough. Gained 17 pounds in the last few months. Okay, and emotionally drained. Now we're getting to it. It's like, hey, life isn't working. I'm headed in the wrong direction. I need to turn around. I need to just focus and start feeling more confident. I need to feel more successful. I need to feel like I'm more engaged in life. I need to feel like I'm winning. I need to feel like whatever. Yeah, there you go. So, and as you start to take action, you'll get closer and closer and closer. And by the way, if you're not crystal clear on it yet, don't worry about it. That's not going to slow you down. All right. So let me ask you the next question. What is the purpose of a goal? What's the purpose of a goal? I'm going to type this in here. Purpose of a goal. What is the purpose of a goal? Okay, so to create focus, that's the byproduct of a good goal. Something to strive to, it's a destination to improve an area of your life. Okay, all right. To focus, to move towards, to create an outcome. Very cool. Well, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you have set and achieved goals in your past? In other words, you've set some kind of goal and you've achieved it in the past. Maybe it was to lose weight or gain weight. Maybe it was to pay off debt or to make some more money. Or maybe it was to buy a car, a bike, a shirt, an outfit, whatever. Every one of you, right? Well, let me ask you a question. What happened the moment you reached that goal? What did you then automatically do? What did you do the moment you reached that goal? You set another one, right? So in the ultimate game of life, yes, you can set goals to achieve something, acquire something, or experience something like a new car or a sexy body or reach the top of a new pinnacle. That's all fine and good, okay? Those are worthwhile goals. But I want you to imagine something else. Every one of those goals that were worthy goals, in other words, the goals were worthy of you, I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself this question. Did you evolve as a result? Because I believe that the purpose of a goal is to evolve you. The purpose of a goal is to help you transform into someone who you're not today. So that goal to lose 10 pounds, that goal to feel happier, that goal to create more cash or to pay off debt, whatever that goal is, it's not just about reaching the goal, is it? Isn't it about getting you to think differently and to feel differently? And more importantly, to be someone different, to evolve you into somebody that you weren't before you reach for that goal. I remember the first time that I bought something really expensive. It was a $104,000 convertible Porsche. And I bought some other things before, but that was like my first really big thing. And you know what I remember the most? Yes, I love driving the car. I remember who I had to become in order to achieve that goal. I had to redesign my business. I had to redesign my self-image. I had to come up with strategies I would have never thought of in order to earn that vehicle. So the goal is what drew me there, but the real value wasn't in the car. The real value was in who I became in order to achieve that goal. So I want you to think about that and ask yourself, is this goal worthy of me? Don't ask if you're worthy of the goal. Ask if the goal is worthy of you, because the purpose of the goal is to evolve you from wherever you are to whatever your next level is. Does this make sense? Do you guys follow what I'm talking about? That the goal needs to be worthy of you and that the purpose of a goal is to evolve you into someone you aren't currently? Okay. Perfect. Now, this will all start to unfold, and I know I'm laying a lot of patterns down for you guys, but this will unfold as we go through this, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I want everybody to stand up. We're going to take a little break here, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to do a little pit bowl, and we're going to do an energy break. Now, the reason we do these energy breaks, and some of you know this already, but the purpose of these energy breaks is to give your mind a chance to rest, is to give it a chance to integrate, it's also to get your body moving so that you're in a peak learning state. If you sit down for too long, or you watch a webinar for too long, or you watch slides for too long, then your mind begins to decrease the amount it can take in. Okay, so we're going to do a quick energy break. Everybody dance, get up and move. If you've got people around you, either act weird, which is okay, or just kind of move around, get your body moving, but at least stand up. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun. And if you can dance like I'm going to dance for the full time, you might even get a workout. Here we go.
Me not working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want y'all to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Pitbull, Naya, Neo, that's right.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
What they say, oh, what can they be? Nothing is enough to let
Let's do it tonight.
I want you tonight. I want you to stay.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Take advantage of the night, cause tomorrow I'm off to do battle, perform for a princess. But tonight, I can make you my queen and make love to you endless. It's insane the way the name growing, money keep flowing. Hustlers moving silent, so I'm tiptoeing. So keep blowing, I got it locked up like Lindsay Lohan. Put it on my life, baby. I make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Tonight, I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
What they say, oh, what can they be? Nothing is enough to let
Let's do it
I
tonight.
want you tonight. I want you to stay.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything.
Reach for the stars, and if you don't grab them, at least fall on top of the world. Think about it, cause if you slip, I'm gonna fall on top of your girl. When I'm involved with this deeper than the Masons, baby, and it ain't no secret. My family's from Cuba, but I'm an American. I don't get money like secrets. Put it on my life, baby. I make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight, darling. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
What they say, oh, what can they be? Nothing is enough to let
Let's do it
I
tonight.
want you tonight. I want you to
Grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Okay, if you got your heart pumping, say I. Jodine's like, I needed that. Matt, Dean, Matt's on the other side of the world, so he's up at the middle of the night getting his heart pumping, which is even better. Actually, no, you're in the morning now, aren't you, Matt? Or are you in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. or something like that? I think our morning webinars are your nighttime. Yep, morning. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So this is going to be a fun 21 days, and let's dive down because we're going to have you choose either a happy goal, a healthy goal, or a wealthy goal. Just one. Now, I know you guys have 10,000 things that you want to accomplish, but we're just going to focus on one area for the next 21 days because we want to build habits. We want to build momentum. So, what are some happy goal examples? Any ideas? What are some examples of happy goals that you guys can think of? And by the way, there's no wrong answers. So let's brainstorm out some examples of happy goals for the 21 days. What could you do? Yeah, so maybe for 21 days, you want to have family dinners or become more connected to your family. And one action would be family dinners, walks in the parks, moonlit strolls or something like that. Okay, so go sailing for the first time. That might be, right? So is that the right goal for you to do something every day towards that goal? Okay. Improve your relationships, encourage someone daily. Nice. So yours, Dean, is set up to contribute to other people's lives. Fantastic. Bonnie, we will do some wealthy goals. Okay. Inspiring physical home space. We'll do happy. We're doing happy goals right now. Okay. All right, so here's some examples. Some of you may decide that for the next 21 days, you're going to kick chaos to the curb. You're simply not going to allow any chaos in, right? Some of you for the next 21 days, you're going to create a happier home, right? That's your goal, to create a happier home. And that could be everything from things you're tolerating. It could be clutter. It could be whatever stuff. It could be, family dinners like you talked about, okay? So for 21 days, maybe you do something every day that makes you happy. So you create a list of things that make you happy. Maybe you're going to do something that's going to connect you to your higher power every single day and get back in touch with your heart or back in touch with spirit or source or soul, or God, or whatever you call it, right? Maybe for 21 days, you want to practice meditating to allow your mind to settle. Maybe for 21 days, you want to get back into nature or go green. These are typical things that we see that make people happier and connect them more to life, okay? Perfect. So there's a happy goal. Now, let's talk a little bit about some healthy goals. What are examples of healthy goals? What's a possible 21-day healthy goal? What do we typically hear? Yeah, gonna eat clean for 21 days. No junk food for 21 days. Lose 21 pounds in 21 days. Eat organic. Green juice every morning. Lose weight. Perfect. You guys got it, right? So these are typically easier for most people, but to do a 21-day fitness challenge for some of you guys would be really simple. So I'm going to eat healthier every day, or I'm going to exercise for 5 minutes every day. Remember, all we're looking to do is to develop the habit and to evolve us so we reach a goal. Maybe you're going to cut out sugar for 21 days. Okay, great example. All right, very cool. And what about some wealthy goals? What are some examples of potential wealthy goals? Thoughts or ideas around wealthy goals? What's something you could accomplish if this was the area you focused on? Create a workable budget, yeah. Or what if every day you simply checked into your finances on mint.com or QuickBooks or your online bank account, and every day you were focused on managing your money? Or every day you're focused on how can I create or attract wealth today? Okay, for 21 days, work on your business plan and complete it. What if in 21 days you talk to 21 people in 21 days to take on 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 new clients? Okay, yeah, what if for 21 days you put some money in a savings account, even if it's just a penny, but you're in the habit every day? What if 21 days you focus on generating new commissions? All right, so you guys get the concept of possible goals, and that's fantastic, right? So you could do 21 days to focus on your investments, 21 days to improve your credit score, 21 days to take care of your finances, whatever it is. Here's the simple way we break it down. If you're going to do the wealth one, there's what we call 3 C's of money. There's cash flow creation, cash flow management, and cash flow investing. So you got to create the money, you got to manage it, and you got to invest it. So you might choose one of those categories in order to improve your goals. Okay, or improve your wealth. So it's real simple. Now, I only gave you brainstorming ideas because I want to see what you come up with in the first week. All right, that's part of the process, is to learn, are you great at setting goals, or are you mediocre, or are you horrible at setting goals? Remember, the game's a giant mirror. I don't care which one you are. We just want to know where you are. So you guys have all heard the SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, so that's one strategy that you can use, and I think it's fantastic. So a SMART goal would be, instead of I'm going to lose 10 pounds, your SMART goal on that would be, I'm going to weigh 180 pounds over the next 21 days. You're going to focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. Here's the example. Don't think of the number 3. Don't think of the number 3. Don't think of the number 3. You automatically thought of number 3. Don't think of losing weight. Don't think of losing weight. Don't think of losing weight. What you're thinking about is you're thinking about losing. And most of us don't like to lose anything. So instead, focus on what you want to create, which is my ideal weight of X. All right. Same thing with debt. Now, debt's a little bit trickier, but let's say you decided I'm going to pay off $1,000 in debt in the next 21 days. You don't really want to focus on paying off the 1,000 in debt. What you want to focus on is reducing your expenses and increasing your income. You don't really want to invest your energy in the debt. You want to focus on the creation of wealth or the minimizing of the outflow, right? So when you start talking about your goals, we want them to make sure they're stated in the positive, they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and time bound. Now, there is a caveat to this. Sometimes I don't want you to set SMART goals. I want you to set completely unreasonable goals, because if your 21-day challenge is to see what your potential is, a SMART goal doesn't fit. You need to actually go to the next level. All right. Now, if you're unclear or uninspired by your goal, then you simply do this. Let's say that you make a list of your goals and you're like, gosh, there's 4 or 5 and I'm not sure which one I really want. You can use this phrase to help you clarify. If I could have X or Y, but not both, I would choose fill in the blank. So if you said I could eat organic or I could work out every day, but I can't have both, which would I choose? Well, I would work out every day. Okay, cool. Then make that your goal. So this is a simple way to start narrowing down. You say, well, I could work out every day, or I could focus on building my business, but not both. I would choose work out every day. Okay, cool. Remember, all we're looking to do is to train you to be able to set a goal and take daily actions. Once we have the foundation in place, you can achieve anything. You can add on multiple goals later on. Okay? So, again, the whole idea here is we want you to focus. How many of you feel like right now in your life, you have way too much going on? You've got so many things going on that that's actually part of the problem, that you have too much going on in your life. Okay? And Bonnie's like first to reply. Absolutely, I do. Okay? If you have too much going on in life, then this next 21 days might be simply to simplify your life, to help create more focus, to eliminate things in your life. That's one of the best uses for this 21 days, is to eliminate and simplify your life. Cut things, get rid of things. If you went on a 21-day elimination challenge, guess what? You would rock. Okay? So that's step 1, is just choosing your goal. Step 2, oh, and by the way, what is the opposite of being focused and clear? Well, it's multitasking. It's chaotic. It's scattered. It's distracted. It's unclear. It's fuzzy. If that's where you're at, we need to get you out of that. And the way that we do that is something called the CDA model. By the way, I know I'm going fast. I know that a lot of this stuff you're like, I'm not catching this. Your mind is catching all this. Matter of fact, studies show that the faster the instructor moves, the more the clients actually retain versus the slower. Okay, so keep up as best as you can and know that your mind is getting all this. All right, so the next one is clarify, decide, and act. So this is the formula for choosing your goal. Get clear on what you want, make a decision, and take action. It's that simple. Remember, simplicity succeeds and complexity kills. The reason we have you choosing one goal and taking one action a day is I want to train you to be focused. I want you to get clear on one thing you want, make a decision, and take action. That's it. Okay? So are you guys starting to go, okay, I can do this. I can get clear on where I'm at. I can choose a goal, and I can create a simple action plan to get there. This is drafting your strategy. So the first part, choosing a goal. Second part, create a simple strategy. And this is easy. If your goal is to reach your ideal weight of 150 pounds, what are the actions you're going to take over the next 21 days? It's that simple. It might be the same action over and over again. It might not. If you're looking to retrain your brain in the next 21 days, you might listen to your affirmation software every day for 21 days, and that's it. That's all you have to do, the same habit every day. Now, if your goal is to create more cash flow, and you're like, hey, every day I'm going to get up and I'm going to brainstorm one new way to add value to the universe and to receive value from the universe. Well, that's a different type of game, but that's your action plan, okay? So we look at where you are, where you want to go, and what are the possible action steps to get you there. It's that simple. And again, this is going to be in your handout, okay? So write out your strategy, really simple. What are the action steps that we're going to do? And how you're going to write this out is really simple. Every one of you in your Keys to Winning guide has this. You're going to put in your one goal, and you're going to see here we've got 21 days. So you're going to write down 2 things every day. You'll see a G and an A in there. So day 1, let's say your goal is ideal weight of 150. And let's say that the first week, you're going to make sure that you hydrate properly every day. In other words, you're going to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So I weigh 180 pounds, so I would drink 90 ounces of water every day. And let's say I'm not in the habit of doing that, but that's really important for my brain, my body, my digestion, everything. And that's the most important thing for my health for the 21 days. Great. So I'm going to get up every day, and I'm going to write, number 1, my gratitude statement. What am I most grateful for? I'm grateful that I live in a part of the world where I have fresh water in my house at the push of a button. Okay? So that's my gratitude. What's my action today? Easy. Drink 90 ounces of water and log it, right? Maybe even in my Fitbit. That's that simple. Why? Because all I want to do is develop the habit, and I want to track it. So you write down your goal, you write down one thing you're grateful for, and you write down your action. Now, the gratitudes, I want you to do something different every day. But let me ask you a question. Why do we write down gratitude statements? What's the purpose of writing down a gratitude statement? What does it do for us? Thoughts or ideas? Creates a positive state? Absolutely. And what does that do for us? Okay, makes it real. Keeps you in a positive mindset. Yeah, you feel better. Absolutely. It inspires you. It increases your creativity. Yep. Here's what it also does. These are all true, right? Appreciate the gains and the value. Yeah, it puts you into a different vibration, and it allows you to start to feel abundant. It allows you to start attracting more good stuff in your life. People who wake up and they bitch and they moan and they complain, they repel what the universe is trying to give them. They attract more of what they don't want. But if you wake up every day and you're focused on the things that you love about your life, the things that are inspiring you, and sometimes, by the way, it's not always easy. You have to work at it sometimes. But when you do this, you're going to find you raise your vibration and you get into a better state. Okay? So now the next couple I'm going to give you, these are just additional ones. I'm going to kind of brush through them. Read these if you'd like, right? But these are additional strategy tips. Okay, one thing you can do is start to become familiar with the 9 environments. And you can start to look at your environments and ask yourself, are there the resources that I need in my environments to succeed, right? Or do I need to add additional resources in order for me to reach my goal? So let's say it was water, for example, and I didn't have fresh water in my house. Well, I might need to get a service that delivers the water so I have access to it every day, right? I might also need a bottle that has the 90 ounces already determined, so I don't have to think about whether I did or didn't do it. I fill it up once in the morning, I finish it at the end of the day, right? So I might need some things in my environment to make it easy for me to remember to do my goal, okay? Another thing is eliminate any potential obstacles. One of the things you guys are going to find is some things may show up that want to hold you back from reaching those goals. What we want to encourage you to do is eliminate those things from your environments. Okay? Another one, write out your strategy and ask yourself, do I need teams to help me do this? Right? If you're not able to work out on your own and you need somebody to come inspire you, find an accountability partner, or join a gym, get a team of people that are doing a race together, whatever it is. Figure out how to set yourself up to win in the game. Okay? So It's this simple. Choose your goal, visualize and emotionalize your goal every single day, and write your gratitude statement. Follow your strategy and take daily actions. That's it. One goal, one gratitude, one action a day, and boom, you are in the game. It's that simple. It's that easy. Any questions about crafting your strategy, which is really just what are my actions towards my goals? Are you guys clear? We're going to set a goal, we're going to design a strategy, which is our actions, and we're going to take action every day. Any comments or questions? Are you guys ready? Jules, clear? How about the rest of you guys? All right, you need to feel more positive. Cool. That's a great one. So, Bonnie, maybe what you're going to do is you're going to do a 21-day happiness challenge. And every day, your goal is to write down things that are positive in your life, the things that are working in your life. You're going to develop the habit, you're going to build that muscle of focusing on what's working in your life and retrain your brain in 21 days. Yeah. And you know, if you did that, how would that benefit your whole life? Incredibly so, right? Okay. Step number 3, leverage Tug's environment. So step 1, choose your goal. Step 2, define your strategy. Step 3, leverage your environments. I'm a big believer that I have nothing to teach you. However, I love to design environments that allow you to learn. And there's a big difference there. I'm not here to teach you. I simply want to create environments that help you take your game to the next level. So here's what we've put in place. There are 4 live training camps or webinars. Every one of them has different content and different experiences, okay? So, and I'm not going to tell you what they are in advance because that's part of the process. You show up and boom, we immerse you in the next environment. So there's 4 live webinars like this one. Music, dancing, fun, interaction, all that kind of stuff. There are 2 laser coaching gyms. So we have our first laser coaching gym this week. And you're going to have, I believe Fran Henry is the one who is doing this laser coaching. I'm not 100% on that. But she's one of our awesome coaches. She coaches our mastery players, and she's done our 21-day challenge gyms and also our 90 days. So Fran is doing that. Okay. And Fran, that laser coaching gym is this Thursday at 5 o'clock Pacific. Is that right? Okay, perfect. 5 o'clock Pacific. So mark this off. It's at tugwebinar.com. All right, so come on in. Fran will work you through the laser coaching process, and she will work with you on the webinar to help you break through and fine tune and tweak your goals however you need to. Okay. We have, oops, hold on one sec. My family just got home. And today is my 8-year-old's birthday. So as soon as we're done, we're going to go out and play and have an absolute blast. So, but they just walked in. I just heard them come in. So we're going to do the 2 laser coaching gyms. And we have 2 other things that are going to support you. You have your, in your Keys to Winning guide, you've got your 21-day calendar. Print that off. Post it somewhere that you're going to see it every day. Post it by your computer because most of you are near a computer every single day, right? The next piece is your, huh? I will, honey, as soon as I'm done. He's like, Dad, you said you helped me build my birthday present. Yeah, he's 8 years old today. So the other environment is the Facebook support group. So we have a private Facebook group that you will be invited to. And Jessica, I think you are going to invite everybody to the Facebook group. Is that correct? Okay, so look for an invitation. Jessica, does that invitation come from you or does it come from, where does it come from? Do you have a separate account set up for this? I know Kaisa had talked to you about how to set this up. I just don't remember what she came to. Okay, so Jessica will invite you guys, Jessica Busick, look for an invitation from her, and she will then add you to our private 21-day group, which is where you can get a lot of questions answered. Okay. All right. So the 4 live interactive training camps. Jumpstarting your game was today. How to create laser beam focus is next week, which is starting to eliminate distractions, tolerations, and incompletes. Upgrading your environments is week 3, and then week 4 is a victory lap where you're going to come in and share all the wins and breakthroughs you've had in the 21-day challenge. As I mentioned, you've got access to our ultimate coaches. All right, so right now, Fran, Phil, Machen, and Diane do our English coaching. Makola does Russian, and Liz and Pastor do Spanish. And I believe Pastor's on here, not that they don't speak English, but they focus primarily on our international classes. So awesome coaches. Every one of them been players in the game. Every one of them has been coaching people for years inside of our system, and they are incredible. This is actually an old slide. It's Jen and Jessica now that will be supporting you guys. Kaisa has actually moved to another position, and she is no longer on our support team. All right, and this is the dashboard that I mentioned. You guys will see the peer login at theultimategameoflife.com. Super, super simple stuff. When you log in, you will see the 21-day challenge live. And when you click on that, you will see your lessons, you'll see your guides, you'll see the replays, all these things that are there for your leisure to go back and review this stuff at any time. Okay? So final piece here is we want you to be happy. We want you to win. And we have a 100% money back guarantee, because the simple reality is this. We know that you are in this game because you want to transform your life. And we run this environment because we want more people that are winning at the game of life, because the happier you are, the healthier you are, the wealthier you are, the more you're going to tell other people, and they're going to notice that you've started to change your life. And we want to be that place for people to come and to transform their lives. So in closing, what do you need to do this week? Number one, print your Keys to Winning guide, right? So I highly recommend that you get a 3-ring binder or something. Just print your guide out if you want. If you don't, you can put it on your computer, that's fine. And choose one goal for 21 days. And then start your game. You're going to use your daily scorecard, do a daily gratitude and a daily action, and then show up for the webinars and the laser coaching gyms. That's it. So it's game time. We're ready to rock and roll. And I hope that you guys are ready to have some fun, learn how to celebrate, learn how to start winning at the game of life again, and make sure that you step up and play a really big game. So in closing, what is your one goal that you're thinking you want right now for the 21 days? And by the way, you can change this later on, but what is your one goal that you're going to focus on? So tell me, are you going to focus on a happy goal, a healthy goal, or a wealthy goal? And if so, what is that one goal? Okay. What is your one goal? All right. And while you're typing that in, you guys, we're going to play a little bit of music to close it out here. Have some fun and just rock it. So keep in mind that once you join this 21-day challenge, you commit to these goals, you begin to take daily actions. There is absolutely nothing that can hold you back in your life, just like this song. I'll look forward to connecting with you guys on the Laser Coaching Gym or on the webinars next week. This is Jim Bunch, founder of the Ultimate Game of Life, saying until we connect again, have fun, and remember, it's your choice to create your ultimate life. Bye for now, everybody.
Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, hip strut walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious, somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy up. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight
you. Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark. We raw. Time to go off. Gone. Deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer. Nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Can we go back? This is the moment.